Welcome back, guys. You all know we have pages now and we want to use page builders to build them. So the first page builder we'll talk about to build one of these pages is WP Bakery. So just search for WP Bakery. So WP Bakery is one of the most popular page builder, including Elementor. But the first one we'll be talking about is WP Bakery, and this is their official website. So you come to the official website of WP Bakery to see what the page builder is all about. It always requires money, but in this course I'll show you how to use it for free because I have a blog where I shared most of these resources for free. And here it is. To get a lifetime license for WP Bakery, you need like $69, but you won't need that in this course. This is a page builder plugin, so you need to go and install WP Bakery, but you have to get a regular license or you get this lifetime license and all that. But just leave all this license alone. You need to come to my personal blog. To visit my personal blog, you can do it in two ways. You can just visit the address directly, which is Billard Tech. Just type billardtech.com on your browser. This right here, billardtech.com on your browser. Just come this way, or you come to my Udemy's instructor's profile. So you just type beloved.gb on Google and it brings out the index of my instructor's page. You just see Udemy, you can see beloved.gb, and you're seeing the Udemy website. So you click on this and you come to my website. Look at website right here. This is website right here. So you come to website and here it brings you to the website. So this is the website right here. So you could get free resources, free WordPress resources and all that. You could get plugins, you could get snippets, software, themes, videos, courses, books, articles, but leave all that for now. Just search for WP Bakery right here. Search for WP Bakery. It's as simple as that on this website. Search for WP Bakery. I'm going to search for that right away, and having to search for WP Bakery. Let's see what it brings for us. And as you can see, this is WP Bakery page builder premium plugin download. So you click on this. So this is what I want to click on. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to have this downloaded. So I'm going to just come right here. You see where to download and you can view the original product. You can do all that. You can see the licensing and everything. It's this same license themes I'm going to give you for free right here. So all I have to do is to download it. So let me look for the download button. So here we have yours beginners. Okay, so here we have download. So see the download button right here. So I click on download. So I'm going to click on this download WP Bakery plugin. So this is what I will download right here. I'm going to click on this, and having to click on this would make me download this plugin. So here we are. So here I have the WP Bakery builder. So here we are. I'm just going to click on download right here. So I'm going to have this downloaded. I'm going to click on download and the download will start, and having to download that, all I have to do is to check what it is all about out. So I'm going to just have that downloaded. Let's see how that goes for us. So I'm going to just wait for it to be downloaded. Then I'll come back to my add plugins. While I wait for this to get downloaded, I'll come back to my add plugins to make sure I'll be able to add it. So yeah, I just have it downloaded, and this is the WP Bakery page builder. Yes, being downloaded. So I'm going to come to my download, and here in my download, I'm going to see the zip file of the WP Bakery Premium. This is it right here. So I can just look into it and see if I have, oh, so it's just one file. All I have to do is to install this right now. So let's go to my WordPress plugin dashboard. So I'm going to come to this. I'm going to come up to my WordPress right here and I'll click on add plugin. So it's going to be add new plugin, remember. So you are going to click on add new plugin right here. This is the plugins dashboard. So you're going to click on add new plugin. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to use the upload plugin to upload the file I just downloaded from this website of mine. So let me come back here to complete that. So I'm going to choose the file, which is what I just downloaded, which is this. I'm going to choose that and I'm going to have it opened. Then I'm going to click on install to have this installed on my WordPress. So let's wait for that to be installed, and that way we're going to have WP Bakery on this WordPress dashboard, because we just installed it from an external website, and this is a licensed software, and this is being downloaded easily. And let's wait for that to happen. So I'm having it installed, and once I have it installed, I'll be able to activate it. So let's wait for that. So yeah, this plugin has been installed successfully. So we don't have a free version of WP Bakery, so you have to pay, or you get the licensed version from our website for free. So I'm going to activate this plugin. I'm going to click on activate plugin to activate this plugin, and having to activate it. And right now I just have WP Bakery activated. So all I have to do is to come back to my pages, and let's see what we have right now. So let's come to plugins and see if WP Bakery has been installed. And here is WP Bakery page builder. So all you have to do, this is not what we needed, so I'm going to have this deleted. So I'm going to just delete this right away. And right now we just have WP Bakery installed on our website, and this particular plugin would help us create pages and will help us design our page. This WP Bakery page builder is called a page builder for a reason. So what we're going to use this to design is our pages. So let me come to my pages, and so far I have 4 pages, which this is not necessary. I can just easily trash this. So let me just trash this. So but having to see all these pages, you get to see edit with WP Bakery page builder, and that's all we need. So having to install that plugins brought this. We didn't have this function before on our WordPress website, but having to install that plugins brought this, and now we can use WP Bakery to edit our pages. But before we proceed to edit our pages, let's see what our website looks like right now. So this is what the home looks like. This is what it looks like currently. And yeah, we could see the home looks this way. You could see edit with WP Bakery right here. Let's see what the about us looks like. So these are the about us looks like from what we've done so far. So it looks like this, and this is what the blog looks like. So I'll be using WP Bakery to design the home page, and let's see how we're going to use Elementor to design the about us. So that way you get to learn how to use WP Bakery and Elementor page builder, but you have to choose one of those. You don't have to use the two. Personally, I use WP Bakery because of the custom use and everything. But let's go. Let me show you how to use WP Bakery. So right now, you could use it from here. You could see edit WP Bakery builder. So you could use it from your website directly, but let's use it from here. So this is the home. We want to try to use WP Bakery builder to build the home page. So let me just click on edit with WP Bakery page builder. So I'm going to just click on this edit with WP Bakery page builder, and here we have it. So I'm going to say got it, and here we are. So we are currently here in WP Bakery, but there's something we need to do. We need to remove all these are not needed. We need to remove them, and currently these are our websites and everything, and we need to just remove all that. So let me just see. From here you could see this is a desktop view. You get to see how it looks like on tablets, on tablet portrait, landscape. On mobile, you see mobile portraits, mobile landscape. So this what all this means, and that's how you get to see the responsiveness of what you are designing. And right here you see your nav bar, so you could make sure you could use the layouts, your normal layouts, or you use your blank layouts, which would eradicate all the it will eradicate all the navigation system. But that is not what we are here to do. We want to actually design. We want to make designs out of this. And WP Bakery is very easy. But before that, let's do some cleanup. Let's do some cleanup. So let me just come back to, let me open this, edit. So let's see what edit page would do to us. Let's try to remove some settings out of this page. So we have here home page. Yes, we have home page. So we have status, we have all these. So let's see, there are things I feel like we don't need right now. So let's see what we are going to remove. Some of these things that we don't need is what I want to talk about. So we don't need all those archive and all those things. So we need to clean all that up. We need to find a way to clean it up. And there's something about creating websites and all that. There's something called troubleshooting. There are times you would run to you have problems and you don't know how to go about, like this particular one now, these archives and categories. So I could always come back to my page and see what how that came about. So I'm going to just come right here. So let's see what a quick edit will do for us. Let's see what will quick edit say. So let's see this. Let's see what this one is saying. So default templates, no header, no footer, something like that. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what this will be. No header, no footer. So let's just view it. I really want to remove the archive and all those things. So let's see. Yes. So yeah, that's what we just did right now. So we removed the footer, we removed the header. So all we have is this home page, and we're going to proceed to edit it with WPBakery. So right now, let's proceed right away. And this particular home is not something I need because we've removed the header and footer. But let's see how to edit that again. So let me do a quick edit and let's say default templates and yes. So parents, let's see, let's save this, let's update this and see what that will be like again. So having to update that, you see that we are going to have our navbar and we are going to have this. So those are the footers. Yeah, so we've gotten where the problem is actually coming from. It's just the navbar and footers. So we have to do something about that. So coming to my themes, I have to come to my themes to set that. Let's see. I have to look for the name of the theme, and let me just come to appearance right here. So I'm using a beaver builder theme right now. I could actually change it if this does not suit what I needed to do. I could actually change the theme to something else. And currently, let's just see how to customize. Let's see if we can easily customize that out. So we are going to look for footer. Yes, I have to come to footer, and here it says footer layout. Let's see what the footer layout is. So it says none. So let me see footer layout, footer disabled. Okay, so let me just disable this and let's see. Yes, I just disabled the archive. So this way I was able to do that. So I'm going to publish that. So I'm going to disable that. Yes, so I just have that disabled and we are good to go right now. So let's see what else we need. So let me check the header. So let me say header layout and nav centered and all that. Let's see header style. Okay, let's see, this has no problem. Let's see header logo and new. Okay, so let's just do this. And the next thing I want to tackle is this home. I need to change something like this. This home that is showing right here, it shouldn't be, but we could easily proceed from here. So I'm going to check settings. Let me see if we have home page settings, a static page. Here we have all that. So coming back here, let me just go back to my major post to continue using WPBakery. So something about this is that you could run through problems, but you need to know how to solve it, and you have to look for a way to solve it. So coming back to pages, let's look at pages. So coming back to, you can just check your settings, or let's do that for now. So let's just go back to our pages. So coming back to pages, we are going to have our page right here, and we could easily see this. So click on edit, and having to click on edit, you're going to see WP Bakery page builder right here again, like I said. So we could just easily, like, this is the home page as we know, so we could just easily leave that. And yeah, but there are things I needed to remove this. Like I said, this home page is showing right here. So let me just refresh this so you see what I'm talking about. So let's see, this is what the current website looks like right now. So let's edit it with WP Bakery builder. So that's the major thing. So let's try to edit, and right now we could remove everything we don't want. So you remove everything. So as you could see, you see rows, you see columns, you see this. Just remove everything for now. You remove all that, and this edit. So let's see what that will be. Like I said, I don't want this. I don't want this anyway. But won't it have title? So let's see how to remove the page title. That's what we should look for right now. So I could use chat gpt to troubleshoot whatever I don't want. So this is a, we're going to talk about that later. Just leave it much, let's leave it for now. So coming back here, let's leave it for now. So we're going to just leave this for now. So coming back to the main builder, so it works in element. Like I said, websites works in elements, so you could add each element. So there are a lot of elements right here. We have the role, we have the test block, we have the session. So every session is a role, so you can add a role. And when you add a role, you have something like this. And having to have something like this, you could start building your website. So here it's an inner column. You could click on this to add an inner column. For instance, let's say you want to start with an hero session. You could easily look for something like hero session, but we don't have that right here. But what would an hero session comprise of? So sometimes you have an image, a stretched image, so you can easily add that. But before you add that, you have to come to this role. You could easily come this way, then you click on this edit role. So you click on something like this edit role, and you create an image. So you come to design options, then you start by creating an image. So let's do that right away. So I'm just going to click on this. I'm going to click on background to try to add an image. So yes, here we have that. So I'm going to just click on adding an image. I want to try to add an image through this. So this is not working. I don't know why it is not working. So let's go back. Let's try that again. So here it is like your row and column. So let's see what column we talk about. Let's click on column and let's click on design option. Let's try to, okay, column is what we needed. So we are going to try to upload a new file. So let's look for a background to upload. So let's see, let me look for a background from different stock photos website, or let's look for piece background, piece background. So let's see what we have. So let's see if we can get an image. So this is an example of an image that we could use, but let's look for one. This is not looking bad, so I could easily use this. So let me just have this saved. So I'll save image. So let me just save this image. I'll save it just the way it is. Let me just save it like that. So I'll come back right here to select that image. Like you could see, let me show you how I did that again. So you click on these, we created a role. Let me just close this. I added an element at first. So I added an element and I looked for the role. So I'm going to click on the role element, and from the role element, we have to click on the pen tool of the column. So we're going to use the column. So we have rows and column, and I'm going to use my design option in the column. I'm going to click on this plus here. I'm going to select my files. That's what I just downloaded. I'm going to click on this. Then I'm going to have that opened. Then I'm going to have that open. I'm going to set the image. Then I'm going to save changes, and let's see what we have. So this is what we have right here. We have an image right here. But what would the image do? The image should cover the whole, yes, we want it to cover the whole website. So let's say cover. Let's see what that will be. Yes, it covers everything, and it says theme default and all that. So let's just leave that for now. Let's see contain. Let's see what contain will be. No, so it has to be cover. So let me save it as cover. Then we have that. So we could go ahead to start designing. So yes, that's the first thing we needed to do. Then coming back here, I'm going to have to click on this to add more things. For instance, if you want to add text, so we could add our text easily. So let me just look for a text button. So you could see separator text, there are lots of this, and you have the over box, you have everything. So these are all elements you could add to whatever you are designing. So we have call to action and all those, so you could see all these. So let's see what we have here. So we have all these, but let's choose something to work with. So we're going to use look contents. Let's come to the content section, and we're going to have a text block. So let me add a text block. So the text block would say welcome to this peace initiative. So we have something like this. Welcome to this peace initiative. Let's use heading. Yeah, that will be we change the text to heading, then we're going to have that. So let's see what we have right now. So this is what it looks like right now. But coming to design options, you could create a padding, create everything around it. So let's create a padding for this. So padding is the inner, as you can see, there's border is the outer, like outer outline you have, while margin is the outer space, the space in between this and this. So you could create margin and padding. So let me just give it a padding of 120x 120 pixel and another padding of 120 pixel. So let's see what that would look like. So let's save this. Let's see what that would look like. So that gives it more space, it gives it more room. But if we want to bring it to this middle, how do we do that? So I'm going to give it another 120, then let's get another 120. Let's see what it looks like right now. So this is what it looks like right now from what I just did. So we could see this is welcome to peace initiative, our design has started. Or we could just click on this, is a test block so far. So you could easily click on it, and here you see the test block settings. So you bring it up again, then you could create something more. So this is what we have so far as the text. So you come here, you come to general, and you try to center this. So we could try to center it to the middle, and we tend to save it, and let's see what that will do to this. So we tend to bring it to the middle, and we have all this, then this has been centered that way, the text has been centered that way. So we have welcome to this peace initiative as our first thing to design. So yes, we're going to add another. So let's try to add something else. So we're going to just try to edit test block and see what we have. So we're going to come right here, and yes, so let's see what the rows. So let me just click on here, let me try to add an image to the row. So come to design options, and let's see, let me add this particular image to the role, and let's see what we have right now. So I'm going to save this, and yes, having to add this, let's see what that brings to this design. So we have this, and let's see theme defaults, let's make it cover, and let me save that right now. So let's see what we have. So I just added a role image, and we have a column image, but the column image is what is showing right now. So let me try to update this, and let's try to view what our home page looks like right now. So come to voice of peace home page. Let's see, as you could see, the design has changed right now. So this is all we have right now. But coming back here, that's not all that matters. So coming back here, you could see add new elements, and you could see something like this. So you could click on something like this, and yes, we have something like it takes you to the main page, and we have something like my template library, but that's not what that matters. But for what I'm doing so far, I could see that this is not suiting our style. What I would have easily done is to change this, is change the theme right now. So let me change the theme right now. So having to use WPBakery, we've seen how to select elements and all that, but right now I want to change this theme. The theme is not responsive with WP Bakery, is making things difficult for us. And as you can see so far, let me just open the home page so you see what we designed so far with WP Bakery. This is all we did with WP Bakery so far. So what I want to do now is to change the theme. So I'm going to come to appearance. Let me look for a theme I feel might be good. So let me just look for appearance. Let me just come to customize. Let me try to delete this theme. I don't want this theme anymore. So I'm just going to try to delete it right now. So let me just try to activate a new one. So let me activate this one that came with it. So I'm just going to try to delete this. So let me try to delete this beaver builder, because it's not being responsive with what we are trying to do. So let me just refresh this and see what it looks like with the beaver builder. So see what it looks like with the beaver builder. This would have to go through another set of design and all that. So let me just change the theme. So let me look for another theme right now. So let me add a new theme. So all I had to do is to come to my appearance and come to my add new theme. I'm going to add a new theme. So let me add a new theme. So I have a new theme in my head named Bloxy, and this would have to come with another kind of edit. So I'm going to click on Bloxy. So let's see if we have anything like that. And I'm not seeing anything like Bloxy right here. So let me see how I could get that. So let me see Bloxy WordPress theme. Let's see Bloxy WordPress theme. So let's see how we could get this. And yeah, so this is Bloxy WordPress theme here on WordPress.org. So let me just click on this. Let me download it from here. So let me download this Bloxy from here. So let me download this from the WordPress official website. So this is WordPress.org. You get themes from here. So it's not actually the themes will be on the WordPress official website. WordPress official theme dashboard. So you have to come to the WordPress.org website to download some themes. So this is Bloxy. So I'm going to download Bloxy right now. I'm going to download this. Let's see if this would have what we need, and this is being downloaded. So all I have to do is come and add themes. I'm going to just come upload it. So let me just come back to my appearance, and having to come back to my appearance, let me add a new theme. So I just have this downloaded in my download. You will see it right here, this Bloxy. So let me come back to upload that. So I'm going to add new theme, and having to add a new theme, I'm going to click on upload theme, and having to upload, I'm going to choose a file, and I'm going to choose the Bloxy theme I just downloaded. I'm going to have that uploaded. I'm going to click on install now to have it installed. So having to have it installed, I'm going to just activate it to change the theme. And let's see how WPBakery will respond to this new theme. So one thing you have to do when you're creating a website is to research for your theme. Know the kind of theme that will suit the page builder you want to use, the website you want to build. There are a lot of things. There are ways to make research. So you could use a generative AI to make research. So I'm going to just activate this theme right now. So let me just activate this. So I'm activating Bloxy right now, and I just have that activated. So yes, thanks for installing Bloxy Rock. We strongly recommend you activate the Bloxy companion plugin. This way you have access to custom extension, demo templates, and many other awesome features. So let's have these. So here we have Bloxy, and let's see what our website looks like with Bloxy. So I'm going to just have that opened, and right here I think this would be responsive. Yeah, Bloxy will be responsive. As you could see, we have the navigation bar right here, we have everything, but this could easily be edited and we could have something great. So here we have Bloxy. Let's see how Bloxy responds to WPBakery. So yeah, we are good to go. So having to install Bloxy now, we have to do some cleanup. So you have to look for Bloxy. So yes, this is Bloxy right here. So you could easily do some cleanup by customizing this. So we have some home options, and we have all this documentation. So you could check that out. But right now, let's come to themes and let's try to customize the Bloxy themes before we go on. So I'm going to click on customize. For every theme you change or every theme you add, you have to customize it. Like you have to customize it. So here we have this, we have Bloxy, and we have everything about Bloxy right here. So we have the general. So you check the general out, check what the layout is like. So we have the maximum size and all that. Just leave all this for now. Let's just check through. So we have the buttons, and let's leave that for now. We have the breadcrumbs. So we have these breadcrumbs. So home item, home page text. So you could remove this. Let's see what we have. Having to remove the home page text. So let's see if that has been removed. So yes, let's see that. Well, it has been published, but the text was not removed. So but let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we have the general, we have the design. Just leave breadcrumbs alone. So let's see from elements, this, that's the general. So you just go through. So let's see, scroll to the top and all that. So let's just leave this for now. Let's go to the header. So let's see what the header looks like. And here we have the elements, we have the header, and let's see what header looks like. So we have the please install and activate the Bloxy companion plugin. So we have to go on to install this plugin. So let me come to Bloxy companion plugin. Let's try to install that. So I will just click on install just to make everything perfect. So I'm going to install the Bloxy companion plugin just to make this theme perfect. So yes, that's what I just did, and I just installed the Bloxy companion plugin, and here we are. So yes, this is the block C. It's showing here. This is the plugin right here. So we could see every other thing. You could see we have starter sites, and you could use any of these starter sites, but we can't use this because card plan. So you have to available for Gutenberg and Elementor. So you see all these business plan, business or agency. So you need plans to use this. So we have all these right now. So these are themes you could use and available for Gutenberg and Elementor. So let's try to import and see what we have right here. We strongly recommend to install the chart theme. This way you will have freedom to make changes. So install the chart theme. Let's see what we have right here. Choose page builder. So this starter site can be imported and used with one of these page builder. So let's choose Elementor and let's see. So you get to install and activate the plugin, but let's leave all this for now. We'll come back to this for this theme. So but right now I'm just showing you the whole things that this theme comes with. So this theme has more like functionalities than the previous one. So right here we're going to come to Bloxy, we're going to come to our appearance. So let's continue to customize this theme. So I'm going to click on customize and having to customize now. So let's see other things we have to customize. So I was trying to customize the header, and here's the header. So we have the global header. So let's look at what it is. So it says sticky functionality and all that. Design, yeah, we have all this. It doesn't have a background. Let's just leave this for now. So we're going to go. So we have the logo, we have the menu, and we have the search. So here you could see a search icon. I was seeing a search icon before, so we could remove all that from here. So let me try to remove this search from here. So we don't have that. And yes, so we're going to have this publish. So this is the header. So we're going to have this publish. And from what you could see here, there was a search button. Like this is the search button. Once I refresh this, I don't think this search button should show. As you can see, it has appeared right there. And there we are. So I'm going to go back. So we have to customize this theme. Coming to footer, and here in the footer we have copyright 2025 WordPress theme by Creative Teams. So let's see how to change that. And here we are in the footer, and you have a copyright. Here's the copyright, and this is where this came from. So we could change that right now. So we could say voice of peace. So let's change it to 2025. So let's say, okay, let's leave the copyright current here. So let's say voice of peace international. So let's say something like this. So let's do something like this, and let's save this. Let's see what the copyright would look like right now. So let me refresh this so we'll see what the copyright would look like right now. So I'm going to just remove this. I'm going to remove this theme author. I'm going to remove that. So you could say 2025. So let me publish this and let's see what that would be like. So I'm going to come back to refresh this, and having to refresh this, see what it looks like right now. It says copyright is 2025 in voice of peace international, something like that, and here we are good to go. So we could just leave this like that, and right here you could see the visual, you could see the text, and that says a lot about the footer. So that's what our footer would be like. So let's see what this will be like. So let's say the footer will be centered, and let's publish that. So let me just refresh this and see what we have. So yes, see, so yes, we have this centered already, and it's looking great so far. So we'll be able to change the footer from the theme. So let's go and see more things we could change. So you see the menu, you see the socials, you see the widgets. So we're going to come back to all these. We're going to come back to all these, and you could come to sidebar to see what the sidebar looks like. You could see every other thing, colors, typography, and all that. So you could see your pages. So let's see what our pages looks like. So you could see pages. So let's see what pages looks like. And right now we have the page title. No, we don't need a page title, and that has been removed. Yeah, that's what we're trying to talk about. So yes, with this theme I think things will be easier for us. So let's publish this. So yes, I just removed the page title. this that I was talking about. I was complaining about this before, so I just use that same functions to remove that. So let me just refresh this, and you could see that this has been removed. So we can proceed to design whatever I want to design with our page builder. So let's just see more customization. So we have author page, we have search page, we have site identity. So you could change your site identity. We have all these. We've done all these already. So the site identity stays intact. This is where the voice of peace came from, and everything looks great so far to me. And we have a site title, we have everything looks great. So let me just refresh from here and see what we have so far. So we could actually refresh this, and here it is. So see what we have right here. Like everything looks great so far. Let's just leave it the way it is, and we can always come back to customize all these. I've shown you how to customize your theme and all that. We have a static page and home and everything. So yeah, right now we've changed the theme and we're going to proceed. Hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.